Hello, hello. Hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm working on reallocating the money from my Sleigh My Savings December Savings Challenges. So stick around, hang out with me. Let's see how much we saved and where it's going. If you're new here, my name is Laura. I'm a teacher, a mom, a budgeter. We use a zero-based budgeting system, sinking funds and savings challenges, just like our monthly Sleigh My Savings, to help us reach our goals. I primarily also use prop money as well as many digital tools to help in my budgeting systems as well. If this is something that interests you, definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and join me along on this journey. So I'm doing something different today, and I'm reallocating the money that I saved for my Sleigh My Savings December Savings Challenges. Now, I work primarily with prop money, and so when I work through these challenges, this is a binder in my high yield savings account that represents money for savings challenges. So when I decide to move money over into that high yield savings account, its end goal is going to be long-term savings, but I can still play these games with it and kind of help motivate and challenge me in order to save. And then at the end of the month with these particular challenges, I like to go ahead and move that money, shift that money, transfer that money into the designated envelopes that it represents. So through the course of the month, as you saw with my Sleigh My Savings challenges, all the envelopes are now empty, but those savings challenges were all dedicated towards a certain category in my high yield savings account. For example, pets, family, education, occasions, which are holidays, vehicles, vacations, home, and emergencies. So at the end of the month, or in my last cash stuffing, as you saw, I went ahead and pulled the money and we counted up how much we saved for the month. And I went ahead and just tracked it on a sheet of paper here as we went through that video. So my pets category saved me $24 at the end of December. My family category, $24. Education was $30. That was the big winner. Occasions, $29. Vehicles, $25. Vacation, $22. Home was $24. And emergencies, $21, for a total of $199 through the course of December through these savings challenges. But now at the end of the month, what is really important is taking this money that is in my savings challenge bucket. Now that the games are over, I can transfer it into my specific envelopes within these categories that I have. So once I was here at the end of the last cash stuffing, I went ahead and took a look at my different envelopes in those categories and decided where I wanted to place that money specifically. So I have my pets category, for example. I had $24 to work with that I saved for that category. Well, I have a number of envelopes for my pets category. I've got vet visits, I've got dog care for vacation visits if we go on vacation. We're saving money to hopefully have a breed test done for one of our rescues, just some miscellaneous pet needs, maybe long-term things that they would need, and a pet emergency fund. So in this category of pets through my savings challenges, I saved $24, but now I get to decide, okay, where do I want that money to go specifically in these different envelopes? With my prop money, I know that if I add up each of these envelopes in my pets category, it will amount to the total that I see when I log into my account for my pets bucket or for my pets category. Many high yield savings accounts I know allow you to have that different, different categories or different buckets. And so I love the prop money so I can tangibly see what I have in each of these areas, but not only in the big category of pets. For me specifically, I know that a certain amount of money is designated for vet visits or a certain amount of money is designated for a pet emergency fund. That is really helpful for me. So now that my December Sleigh My Savings challenges were done and I pulled that money and we totaled it up, now I can decide where I want to put it specifically. So my decisions for that, I just kind of go through my envelopes and see what our greatest needs are, what I would like to do. And then I use my cash envelope breakdown worksheet that I have. This is just an Excel document that I use, or Google Sheets rather. And now I specifically kind of wrote down the different things that I wanted to put that money towards. So for example, instead of saying pets, I have it designated as vet visits. So I know that in my pets category, I'm going to put all of that $24 into my vet visits envelope. Now for some, I am splitting it up within that category, and that's what you'll see through the course of this video. But hopefully that kind of explains the process of how I got to this point to having the money here And with prop money, it's great because I can go ahead and condense as well. I had a lot of 5s and a lot of 1s when we unstuffed all of those envelopes from my Sleigh My Savings challenges. So now after going through my cash breakdown envelope page, I was able to write in the totals that I wanted to save, which is coming from here, what I had written down. And then I can also show the denominations and then use the prop money to be able to have these bigger denominations rather than all those 5s and 1s. So I hope that makes sense here on how I got to this point. Let's go ahead and give this a quick count and just make sure that we do have $199 here. Make sure that I am correct. I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99. I cannot tell you how much it pained me that we ended on $199. I just wanted to grab another dollar from somewhere or transfer another dollar into there somewhere to make it a flat $200. That was really irking me, but we're going to go with it. $199, that's what we have. So Sleigh My Savings, $199 total, not too shabby. I will take it. Definitely stay tuned to find out what my January theme is going to be in the coming week or so. So I've got my cash envelope breakdown sheet that I'm working with here. We're going to go ahead and start and reallocate this money, and we're going to start with our pets category. I did go ahead and add just some color-coded dots here because all of my categories in my binders here are color-coded as well. A lot of my systems are color-coded if you've been here for a while, so it just helps me to stay organized. I know that all of my black binders are money that is in my high yield savings account, so these are all binders representative of the money that is there in that account. And then within these binders, again, I have these dashboards that designate the different categories in that high yield savings account. Again, everything is color-coded just to kind of keep me in the right headspace to know what the heck is going on here so I don't get confused. So we are starting here with vet visits. Vet visits for our pets category got $24, and we're just going to put it all into vet visits for today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my 24. That's probably the greatest need right now. Our dogs are not scheduled to go to the vet not till summertime, like May, June-ish is typically when their appointments are. And, hopefully they don't need to go in for anything else. So we save really kind of through the course of the full year because their appointments are around the same time. But it is, if you've got pets, it is costly. Vet visits not only covers just their annual visits and like their flea and tick medication and all their vaccines and everything, but, if they needed to go in for another reason, hopefully not, we'd have the money in order to cover that as well. So now our vet visits envelope has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, and 79, 80, 81. So 281, which that probably won't even quite cover one visit. To be honest, with flea and tick meds and all that stuff that comes up. So we got some work to do there, but we also have some time. So that's a great start or great progress towards that one. All right, our next category here, so we're going to our family category, and we're going to be putting the $24 we saved in that family category for summer softball. We do have a softball player in our family, and that registration is going to be coming up here pretty soon. So we're going to go ahead and add the $24 here to our summer softball fund. That deadline is not here just yet, but will be coming up in the next couple of months here. So summer softball now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, and $74 now. We got a little bit of time again before that registration is due, so we'll keep making some progress there with that envelope. And this is our family category. Next up here, I did kind of mess up my dots here with my color coding, but the next two are purple, and that is our education section. And so for education, we had ended up saving $30, and we're going to split this one here. So the last two we didn't split, we just put it in one envelope in that category, but education we are going to split. We're going to be putting $20 into school registration and then $10 into extracurricular. So our education section here in our high yield savings account, school registration, we're going to be adding $20. And we got a little bit of time for this as well, but it is going to be creeping up here very quickly, 150, 70, and 80. So we definitely have some work to do there with our registration fees that will be coming up for our kiddos. And the other $10 is going to go to extracurricular, which is currently empty. So I don't think we have anything upcoming that we'll be needing this money here for, but we need to start building it up because I know there'll be other things popping up here for our kids who are very active in music and sports and things of that nature at school, which is great. So that's going to be it for this binder. This binder just holds pets, family, and education. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next binder here, and this one holds all things occasions, or what is really just holidays and celebrations that we have through the course of the year. And our holidays occasions envelope or savings challenge saved us $29 here, and we're going to split this one up here too. So we're going to give my parents' birthdays $20 and then Valentine's Day $9. So just so happens that both my in-laws and my parents all have birthdays in January, and so we're going to add $20 here to this one, 20, 30, 31, 32, and 33. We'll likely be using money from our Save the Score football savings challenges as well for their birthdays in the month of January. My season will be wrapping up rather shortly here because my team did not make it to the playoffs. Some of that money will be used for Super Bowl snacks and splurging, but then we have well more than we need for a Super Bowl, so we put that in other sinking funds. Likely parents' birthdays will be one that will be receiving some money there. The other $9 here from that is going to go to Valentine's Day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $9, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I don't think Valentine's Day has anything in it yet. No, it does not. So that gives it a nice little start. And the only thing in this binder here is our occasion sinking funds because there are so many things in there, birthdays, holidays, all those things. So our next binder here, again, another black binder because all of my black binders represent the money that's in my high yield savings account. We are moving on to our vehicle sinking funds, and we're going to be putting the money that we saved, which was $25, into our car registrations envelope that's in our vehicle category here. And we also have a little bit of time here before our next registration is due, but they're pricey, I'll tell you what. We've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 130, 135, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So 140. We still have some time again to build this up for those car registration fees that will be popping up. Other things that we have in this category are things like car repairs, saving for driver's ed for our kiddos, which I'll tell you what, that's not cheap either. We do have a new car fund, which is currently empty because at some point we'll be saving for a new car as well. Maybe not like brand new, but like new to us type of car. So we're going to be working on that hopefully. If not 2025 and 2026. And then we have a car emergency fund here as well. So as you can see, in each category in my high yields savings account, I have a lot of different separate envelopes. I just like to break it up. It's just what is helpful for me. Using the prop money, I can see specifically in our vehicles category, I know that this amount is dedicated to car registrations and this amount is dedicated to car repairs and so on and so forth. Now, could we shuffle and move if we needed to? Of course, but just having it broken up is very helpful for us to kind of work on certain goals and see what we need and what we'd like to do. Next up here, we've got our vacations category, and we saved $22 in December, and that is going to be going to family trips. We don't have any trips on the horizon at the moment, maybe this summer likely, but our kids are busy, man. Goodness gracious, especially like high schoolers. Teenagers, upper middle school and high school, they are busy. They got a lot going on, but we're trying to prioritize and figure out some family time in order to do, even if it's just something small, a quick little getaway to spend that time with our girls. Now Family Trips has 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61. So we'll make some decisions here and keep saving for that. Next category here is our home category. And we're going to designate all the money we saved in December to home repairs, which I think is the first envelope. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So $24 is going to go to home repairs, which I believe is empty because, yes, it is. We had a couple of things happen over the course of the last couple of months, and the timing was pretty impeccable. So we had a kitchen sink disaster draining issue on the night of Thanksgiving as we were trying to clean up dishes, and our sink was totally backed up. We ended up needing to call someone after we tried everything we could on our own, so that definitely made our home repairs sinking fund take a hit. In addition to that, our water heater also broke a couple weeks ago, and so we had about 24 hours of no hot water. Thankfully, we didn't need to replace the system, but we did need to have a repairman out to replace some certain parts to it to get it working again. So our home repairs took a hit for sure over the last couple of weeks, so we need to rebuild this back up. We also ended up pulling some money from our home sinking fund as well, or I'm sorry, our home emergency fund as well. So those two things definitely took a hit, and we definitely need to build those back up, but that's why those are there, right? The peace of mind to be able to have some money here, even if, again, we drained it and now we've just added $24 back in. We had money there that we could pull from home repairs and our home emergency fund to be able to help us with that cost and not have to put it on a credit card. Last category here is going to be our emergencies category, and this does have our emergency fund envelope as well in the back here, but our goal for 2025, and we're going to start it now, is just to build up another $1,000 in our emergency fund. So this is a 2025 goal that we're going to start here at the end of December, and it is currently empty because it's brand new. Again, this isn't our main emergency fund, but just our goal for 2025 of what we'd like to attain. So we're going to be adding $21. It is a drop in the bucket of $1,000, but you know what? Those drops in those buckets, they do add up. And so this is a goal that we'll continue to work on through the course of 2025, and we'll see if we can get there. So I hope you enjoyed this video of my reallocation of my Slay My Savings December Savings Challenges. I hope my explanation made sense as well in regards to, the process I go through of when I finish those monthly savings challenges and then determining where I want that money to go specifically in those other categories, and my cash breakdown sheet here that I love to use that helps me come up with my denominations. Again, prop money, it's really easy to be able to kind of shuffle that money in and out. I had a lot of 5s and 1s when I pulled from those savings challenges, but I could go ahead and just reallocate, and I just have to make sure, of course, my totals are the same. And as long as my totals are all matching, it is 2 thumbs up, and we are on the right track here. So definitely be on the lookout here for my January theme, for my January savings challenges. And in 2025, I also plan to hopefully incorporate some other savings challenges as well that will also be reallocated into my high yield savings account buckets also. So definitely excited for 2025. I love this system of having my monthly savings challenges and being able to reallocate. I hope my process made sense here. This is the first time I've ever gone through this on video, so I hope you're able to understand it. Let me know in the comments if there's anything I can re-explain or answer any questions for you, but I appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like, a comment down below. Take care, be well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.